Production drawing. What is production drawing? That we will see in this chapter. As all of you know that in industry, first we have to design the product before manufacturing any part which is to be manufactured. For example, suppose a carburetor in two-wheeler. So this carburetor, before manufacturing, it should be designed first. Any part, suppose wheel ring, suppose axle, nut, bolt in two-wheeler. So before manufacturing the part, it should be designed first. After designing means type of material to be selected, what load is coming on it, what is the function of the part, these points to be considered. Then after designing, drawing is prepared. And this drawing is prepared obviously according to scale, and this drawing is sent to the manufacturing shop or production shop. According to this drawing, supervisor trying to produce the product. So these drawings are generally made in the form of orthographic views, means front view, top view, side view, and the information is provided in the drawing. Such informations like material to be used, dimensions and geometrical tolerances, surface finish required, machining symbol. So the drawing which contains material, geometric tolerances, machining symbols, surface finish required, those drawings are called as production drawing. Okay? So production, so in industry, whatever the part is to be manufactured, first the part is to be designed, then preparing of a drawing, mentioning all dimensions, mentioning tolerances. What is tolerances, that we will see further, surface finish, machining symbols, etc. So this drawing containing all these things is called as production drawing. This drawing is helpful for supervisor before manufacturing components. Supervisor interpret the various information shown on the drawing and select the processing methods and machines accordingly. The supervisor can also select the worker according to the skill requirement of particular operation. Production drawing also gives the additional information regarding the name of the company, title of the component, scale used, method of projection, drawing numbers, date of drawing, who prepared the drawing, who checked it, who approved it, etc., etc. These things are included in the title block. Now next one is limit, tolerances and fits. You can see in the figure there is a zero line or basic size, and this minimum diameter of the shaft, and this is the shaft, this is the hole, this minimum diameter, and this upper deviation and this lower deviation, this hole, upper deviation, lower deviation, and upper deviation minus lower deviation, whatever the portion occurs, that is called as tolerances. So this is minimum diameter and a maximum diameter of the hole, and these are the minimum diameter, maximum diameter of the shaft. So what are the terminologies used in tolerances and what is tolerance, that we will see. So limits and tolerances. The object of all modern machining method to produce component to absolute accuracy, which is not possible in actual practices, or the product to be manufactured with exact measurement, it is not possible in actual practice, particularly in mass production system. So the components are manufactured to maintain the size within close degree of accuracy, but there would be small deviations. If the deviations are within certain limits, the part of equivalent size will equally fit to the operating in small machines and mechanism. What it means to say, in industry, suppose you want to produce a shaft of diameter 20 and length 100. So in actual practice, it is not possible to make the shaft of exact 20 mm diameter and exact 100 mm length. कुछ ना कुछ प्लस माइनस होएगी. So how much plus minus? So the limit is to be decided, how much plus will be considered, and limit is to be decided, how much minus is to be considered. That is called actually interchangeable system. Interchangeable system means, suppose in industry thousands of bolts are manufactured and thousands of nuts are manufactured. So interchangeability means any nut or any bolt can be fitted to each other. It doesn't mean that 1 number bolt is fitted to 1 number nut, 5 number bolt is fitted to 5 number nut. So any nut or any bolt can be fitted to each other or can be screwed to each other. That is called interchangeability. So number of parts are produced as a relative parts or as a female part or male part, and number of parts that are to be produced, male part and female part, to any male female parts can be assembled or can be fitted together. That is called interchangeability system. So एक्चुअली एक लिमिट डिसाइड करते हैं कि ये लिमिट के अंदर अगर मैन्युफैक्चर हुआ तो वो कंसिडर हो जाएगा. ओके, तो अपर लिमिट भी डिसाइड करते हैं, लोअर लिमिट भी डिसाइड करते हैं. तो दिस अपर एंड लोअर लिमिट माइनस किए तो दैट इज कॉल्ड टॉलरेंसेस. इन फिगर यू कैन सी हियर. सो दिस अपर डेविएशन ऑफ द शाफ्ट means ये maximum actual basic size ये है. ओके, that is 20. तो 20 से थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा and 20 से थोड़ा minimum diameter and this basic size and maximum diameter and this minimum diameter. So maximum diameter minus minimum diameter will provide this zone that is called टॉलरेंस जोन. मीन्स ये रेंज में अगर मैन्युफैक्चर हुई शाफ्ट सो इट विल बी एक्सेप्टेड. इसके ऊपर गई, इसके नीचे गई तो दैट विल बी रिजेक्टेड. ओके, सो मोर डिटेल्स वी विल सी फर्दर. नाउ फर्स्ट वी विल सी द बेसिक एलिमेंट्स ऑफ इंटरचेंजेबल सिस्टम. सो बेसिक साइज, दिस बेसिक साइज Basic size of component is the size specified in the drawing, and it is usually given in drawing as a rounded off whole millimeter. The same for both hole and its shaft. The deviations are dimensions from the basic size. जो भी measurement रहेगा, that is basic size. Now actual size. Actual size means the size or dimension of a component as may be found by measurement. This is the basic size of the drawing. And after manufacturing, if you are measuring the size with the help of different measuring instruments, so that will be the actual size. And the term is used shaft. The shaft means the size or dimension of component as may be found by the term shaft means the term used by convention to designate all external features of the part, including those which are not cylindrical. External parts means shaft, internal parts means hole. Hole means the term used by convention to designate all internal features of the part, including which are not cylindrical. Then limit of size here given to us, that is upper limit, lower limit. Okay, the limits of size means limits are the two extreme permissible sizes of component between which the actual size of the component is contained. The greater of these two sizes are called maximum limit or high limit of size, while the smaller size is called minimum limit or low limit of size. Here this maximum diameter means a maximum limit of size. This minimum diameter means this is minimum limit of size. Okay, so upper limit and this lower limit. Then deviations. Deviations means same. This is the amount of which actual size of the component deviates from its basic size. Basic size suppose 20 है और component बना 20.03. So this is the deviation. 0.03 is the deviation. Or basic size is suppose 20 and actual manufactured component is 19.99. So 0.01 is supposed to be deviation. Okay. Then this figure you can see same figure. So similarly, in formulation you can say that deviation means actual size minus basic size. Okay, deviation means actual size minus basic size. So upper deviation means it is the algebraic difference between higher limit of size and basic size of component. A high limit means upper limit, this upper limit. Okay. So this is the maximum diameter, that is upper limit. Minimum diameter, that is the lower limit. So upper deviation is the algebraic difference between the high limit of size and basic size of component. Lower deviation means it is the algebraic difference between low limit of size and basic size of component. Zero line, this basic size is called as zero line. Then allowances. Allowances means this is once again I am explaining the figure. This limit of zero deviation or zero line, this basic size, and this maximum diameter, minimum diameter with the basic size, maximum diameter, that is upper deviation, with basic size, minimum diameter minus, that will be lower deviation, and difference of this upper deviation and lower deviation is called tolerances. This is for shaft or for external parts of the component, and same for hole. This is the maximum diameter, this is the minimum diameter, and this is the basic size. So basic size difference with maximum diameter and basic size difference with minimum diameter. The maximum and minimum is minus, and this zone will be called as tolerance zone of the shaft. So now next one is the allowances. Allowances, the difference between the dimension of two mating parts, hole and shaft, for any type of fit. There are different types of fits. Clearance fit. Clearance fit means the part which is moving into the another part. For example, cylinder piston. So cylinder and in this piston is moving. Piston is moving, sliding into the cylinder. So since the cylinder is sliding into the piston, so here the fit will be clearance one. A small clearance is there by which this cylinder is moving. Similarly, interference fit. Interference fit means bush. Suppose this is the part and bush is fitted. Bush is fitted, and in this bush shaft is revolving. So fitting of the bush, केव्हा नेल कील, यू आर कील ठोकते हैं ना दीवार में या लाकड़ में, सो दैट इज इंटरफेरेंस फिट बिकॉज दैट नेल इज नॉट मूविंग इनटू द wood or into the wall, or bush is not moving, wood is fitted, actual fitting, so that is interference fit. So these two important fit is there, clearance fit and interference fit, and third one is the transition fit. Transition fit is for just for fitting purposes, for assembly purposes. So allowances, the largest hole size minus minimum shaft size is the maximum allowance, and minimum allowance means smallest hole size and largest shaft size. Means first one, maximum allowance, largest hole size means this one, minus minimum shaft size means this one. So that is the maximum allowance, and minimum allowance means smallest hole size means from here to here hole, and largest shaft size means from here to here, that is minimum allowance. Okay, so there is negative allowance and positive allowance. So if the condition that the shaft is smaller than the hole, you can say positive allowance, and if the hole size is more than the shaft, that is called negative allowance. Means positive allowance means clearance fit, and negative allowance means interference fit. Now clearance, maximum clearance and minimum clearance. The maximum clearance means maximum limit size of hole, means this one, maximum limit size of the hole minus minimum limit of the shaft. Same, maximum allowance, maximum clearance, minimum allowance, minimum clearance. Then minimum clearance means minimum limit size of hole, means this one, minus maximum limit size of the shaft. And interference fit means minimum limit size of the hole, this one, and maximum limit size of the shaft, and minimum interference, minimum limit size of the hole minus minimum limit size of the shaft. Then tolerances. Tolerances, previously I have told you that the permissible variations is called tolerances, or tolerances you can say difference between maximum and minimum limit of size, or it is the algebraic difference between upper and lower deviations. For example, suppose you made the part basic size is 40 and according to design 40, and component made 40.03, and say second limit or lower limit is 39.98, or yeah, you can say upper limit of dimension and lower limit of dimension. So the tolerance means minus of these two, that is 0.05 is the tolerance. Okay, 0.05 is the tolerance. So tolerances means difference between maximum and minimum limit size, or it is algebraic difference between upper and lower deviation. In examinations, theory will not ask. Okay, in examination, question may ask that draw the figure. So you have to draw this figure with without using any dimensions, and show the different elements like basic size, maximum diameter, minimum diameter of shaft, maximum diameter and minimum diameter of hole. So it may of 4 marks in examinations. Okay, so there is no definition will ask in examination what is allowances, what is clearance, what is feeds. Write down the definition of clearance feed. Just you have to draw. The drawing means everything you have to draw. Okay, so note these things, and in next lecture we will see another things.